the defendants. And in seeing them, I don't hate them. However, justice will prevail.
Reverend Alan King sat through hours of testimony alongside his wife, oftentimes looking directly at the two people prosecutors say killed his daughter, a young school teacher.
And anyone that knew my daughter loved my daughter. Clearly, the defendants did not know my daughter.
For Zaki Al-Kahem, there was no connection to Rachel King, not before winter of 2023, when prosecutors say he knew Julie Jean, who was angry. Her relationship with her boyfriend had ended, and that man was now seeing Rachel King. Investigators say Jean hired Al-Kahem to kill the teacher while she sat in a drive-thru of a Dunkin' Donuts in April. Her 11-year-old son was in the back seat.
He staked her out. He followed her to the scene. He waited until she stopped in that Dunkin' Donuts, and he shot her 6 times.
Early on, investigators had images of a car they say was used in the killing and pieced together more images of that car outside King's Cheltenham apartment. From doorbells to school buses, they had video showing the route King was taking and the car following her. Lawyers for the suspects argued prosecutors didn't have enough evidence to make the charges hold. Prosecutors say Jean sent Al-Kahem all the information he needed to find King, follow her, and kill her.
Police have arrested 2 people in connection with the brutal killing of a 35-year-old mother and beloved teacher at the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, while her 11-year-old son was sitting in the back seat. Police say the same man is responsible for a separate murder. The story follows the life of Rachel King, a 35-year-old Philadelphia teacher, mother, and loving friend who inspired her students and was loved by many. She had no idea her life would be turned upside down as she was brutally murdered while she was waiting in the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts. This story sets the stage for a heartbreaking tale of love and vengeance that will leave everyone speechless. Welcome to A Journey of Crimes. Please like and subscribe for more stories. This story takes place in Philadelphia. Rachel King was a beloved teacher at Grover Cleveland Elementary School. Rachel was an amazing educator, and she was a shining star for her students. She inspired them to reach for the stars and chase their dreams. Rachel was a loving mother to her 11-year-old son who was the center of her world. It just fit perfectly as she was a radiant teacher. Rachel's enthusiasm for life was filled with hope. Rachel was in a relationship with her longtime boyfriend William Hayes, and during the relationship, Rachel's boyfriend was having an affair with a 34-year-old woman by the name of Julie Jean. When Rachel eventually found out about the affair, William broke off the relationship with Julie and continued on with his relationship with his girlfriend Rachel. Julie stalked and harassed William and Rachel as a result of the rejection. She would frequently show up to their apartment uninvited. A protection order for abuse and harassment was issued to William in December against Julie, according to the criminal complaint filed in the case. Rachel even stated she would receive multiple text messages from Jean in the month of December 2022. There was a point when Julie wanted Rachel dead. Julie proceeded to contact the cousin of her baby's father, 33-year-old Al-Kahem. The two of them worked together for months planning Rachel's murder. They had been stalking her and taking photos of her. They learned her routine, and it is believed that Julie and Al-Kahem followed Rachel from her home the morning of the murder towards the Dunkin' drive-thru in which she was fatally shot in front of her son. Al-Kahem had reportedly parked a Mercury Sable nearby, then approached Rachel's Ford Edge from the driver's side and shot her many times. 69 bullet casings were discovered by police at the location in the back seat of the vehicle. At the time was Rachel's 11-year-old son. Fortunately, he had no injuries. She was on her way to take her son to violin practice when she was shot, according to Rachel's boyfriend William Hayes. Philadelphia police discovered the Mercury Sable in the hours following Rachel's murder. Authorities claimed that after officers tried to bring down the Mercury Sable, Al-Kahem's car sped off and smashed a fence on 16th Street before coming to a stop. Al-Kahem was arrested additionally on April 7, 2023. He was allegedly charged with another murder in Philadelphia. Later ballistic evidence in the Philadelphia homicide linked the 11 9mm casings discovered at the crime scenes to both killings. The evidence was entered into the new National Integrated Ballistic Information Network machine in Montgomery County, according to the officials, and it connected both killings. Authorities say the weapon used in both shootings was not found, but later it was discovered that Al-Kahem had a picture of the ghost gun on his mobile device. He is also a person of interest in a killing in Philadelphia where his car was spotted. Julie was arrested later. Rachel King, a well-respected teacher and mother, was shot to death in front of her son in a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, all because of a jealous woman who decided to hire a hitman to take the life of an innocent woman. The two involved are now charged, and her parents vowed that they will be there every step of this case. It was a cold-blooded killing, a targeted murder of an innocent person. The Montgomery County prosecutors said that 34-year-old Julie Jean and 33-year-old Al Akeem are behind the shooting death of Rachel King, the 35-year-old mother and teacher. The Montgomery County District Attorney Kevin Steele says Jean and Al Akeem didn't know King. At one point, Steele says Jean had an affair with King's boyfriend and began harassing the two after King's boyfriend ended it. The prosecutor said Al Akeem is related to the father of Jean's children. The DA stated they want justice done. They want it done swiftly and it done accurately, and we want it done fairly. It is believed that the two had been planning since February to end the life of Rachel. This was determined by evidence found in Al Akeem's phone. Another piece of evidence included the silver Mercury Sable seen leaving the Dunkin' Donuts. The DA says was purchased by the two and in Jean's name. That car was also seen at another murder scene in Philadelphia 4 days before King's death. Al Akeem is facing murder charges in both cases. Al Akeem was also charged with stalking the woman and waiting outside her home. According to authorities, the fatal shot was a targeted killing of a mother, all caused by an ended affair. It is unfortunate that a good person was killed only due to an ended relationship, according to cell phone data. Julie contacted Al Akeem and entered his cell phone number, named Al Akeem, to her list of contacts in the middle of February, authorities said. Al Akeem captured a screenshot of a Google map of the Rachel's building complex and saved it on his phone. Rachel's particular home was marked with a pin, and a red arrow pointed in the correct direction towards Rachel's home. There was supposedly a picture of Rachel shown on a phone being used by a woman now known as Julie on Al Akeem's phone, according to reports. The picture was shot on the 25th of February 2023 at 2:17 p.m., fewer than 30 minutes after Al Akeem supposedly texted Jean's real-time location so they could meet up. Authorities claimed that a screenshot containing Rachel was stored on Al Akeem's phone. A few minutes later, police stated that Al Akeem and Julie attempted to remove data from their cell phones after Rachel's murder. Julie erased 787 texts only 13 minutes before her April 12th interview with detectives. Later, law enforcement managed to find the communication. According to investigators, Al Akeem bought the Mercury Sable on the 30th of March 2023, fewer than 2 weeks prior to the murder, when he went shopping with Julie in Philadelphia at a store on 61st Street. The car was bought under Julie Jean's name. Rachel was a devoted single mother who had been a teacher for 10 years and was pursuing a master's degree and obtaining her principal certification, according to her brother Alan King. His sister was a bright light and a good person. Her brother claimed that she would light up the room. How can people be so cruel and kill an innocent woman over someone who doesn't even know you? The man Rachel was with no longer wanted Jean, so she should have accepted that and kept it moving. My heart goes out to her son and her family. May this family get the justice and peace they seek. Thank you for watching, and stay in touch for the next videos.